Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
In there, I'm not explaining to you what's actually outside, dude. Holy shit. You're fucking tying these two things together as if I'm telling you that's what he fucking doxed, but that's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is that what I witnessed within these fucking conversations is girl talk, so it's not interesting.
Take a look at the first message. You were talking about the new leaks from Slug. Okay, you're talking about the new Slug leaks from
he was gonna get. Yes, he told me he was gonna get censored some more.
Names, etc.
Yes, but they're 12 hours apart, and then what I'm telling you in between, he told me he was gonna censor some more. It might change, but keep an eye out, right? Keep an eye out just in case there's any slip-ups. All right, he hasn't posted yet. I'll double check it before I stream. It's behind a paywall. Okay, never mind then. I'm sure the information is crazy. I'm sure. And then I'm like, I'll TLDR. But when you say, I'm sure the information is crazy, and it'll blow the case wide open, the interpretation that I'm gathering from that is like, okay, here's what's included in it. I'm not telling you what he's actually fucking publicizing. I'm not telling you what he's publicizing. I know you're being sarcastic. I'm TLDRing what's included in the fucking info. I'm telling you what they're fucking talking about. I'm not telling you that's what was fucking publicized. I'm not telling you that's what was fucking publicated. The fucking impression I get by that message.
Location info, names.
They're 12 hours apart, you fucking dense retard. They're 12 hours apart.
You haven't even let me finish.
I'm sure the information in there is crazy. I'm sure the information is crazy. I am not correlating. I am not correlating what I told you yesterday to the information now.
Hold on.
Oh my fucking god.
When you were talking about the new Slug leaks from Factually, let me just ask you this really quick.
Yes, but listen, you're trying to tie two things that are fucking contextually things. You're talking things. No, you're talking about things that are contextually fucking different.
What are you even talking about? What are you saying yes to?
Okay, wait.
What ask that you're saying yes to?
Wait, hold on.
Ask what question I asked that you're saying yes to right now.
Actually,
no, don't cough the fucking stall.
No. I'm telling you, I just forgot. I literally did not pay attention. I'm just like being.
No. It's not. I didn't pay attention. I haven't asked a question yet. Okay. So these leaks from
I didn't pay attention.
Radioactive, by the way. You were talking about the information that's public. Yes.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. At that point.
What? When you're talking about the new Slug leaks from Factually Radioactive, do not touch. You're talking about private information.
Slow down. Let me fucking get a fucking consistent line of thought out so that you can fucking ingest it and actually gather what I'm saying. When you're when you ask that question, the way that I'm interpreting it, the way that I feel you're asking me is, in these first line of messages that you sent me, are you suggesting that the information in this second line of questions is doxable information about her child and her address? And I'm telling you that no. Okay. So by the initial line, considering these were like several fucking hours apart, half a day apart, the initial two messages that I'm telling, the initial message.
So much as if these
I am not harping. I am not harping.
Posted the interceding messages to show that not that much
and
conversation
I am telling you that the interpretation, the way that I read what you're asking me by the information that'll blow this case wide open, I'm telling you what the information is, not what was fucking published.
Gama. Oh my god, dude, how fucking bad does this go, dude? I'm saying I'm sure the information is crazy. After saying, okay, never mind then. I'm sure the information is crazy. I'm sure it'd blow the case wide open. Sadly, I refuse to give any money to people for private drama coverage.
Yes.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, wait.
I'm not
asking, and what I'm telling you.
Genuinely thinking
yes, I know you're being sarcastic. I know you're being sarcastic. I understand what you're not I don't understand what you're not understanding here. Look, I just don't get how you're not understanding this.
I'm not understanding how you think that I'm asking you what the information is.
Dickers, slow the fuck down. You're not letting me get a fucking consistent line of thoughts. Holy shit, you keep fucking interjecting. And I get that's ironic. Okay, all right, pay fucking attention, right? When you are telling me, oh my god, the information is gonna blow the case wide open, I know by the fucking capitalizations that you're obviously being sarcastic and that you don't give a fuck about what's included in here, right? But I'm telling you, I'll TLDR what is being discussed, right? Because that's the interpretation I got. Not that you're like, the interpretation I got from that isn't that you're being sarcastic about the shit that he publicized, right? That would be doxable information. I'm thinking that, oh, I can't wait to see what's in here. Surely it'll be amazing. And I'm telling you, well, the information that's in there is actually not that interesting. It's girl talk, right? They do exchange some of this information, right? That's what Slug told me about. I'm not telling you that's what was actually published. I'm telling you that what came out isn't that bad because it's general location. That like what I'm telling you here is like, why the fuck would I renege that 12 hours later? If I sat on
no. I'm not even talking about the location, Gama. Okay, let's just go back. First line. Thing I've been talking about the entire time. Names. PII. etc.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, Dickers. You're trying to like fucking force something. You're trying to force something that isn't there.
I'm not
right?
trying to force
No.
anything.
No. You
Yeah,
are.
man,
You
he's
are
not
trying to
forcing
force something that
anything.
isn't there. You are trying to force something that isn't there, right? Because pay attention to the fucking hours. This was yesterday at your time at 4:11.
Oh my fucking
right?
God.
Right. You message.
Gamma.
You like.
Oh my fucking.
No. No. Listen, because
I'm
you're
saying
fucking
even
trying
on the
to
first
imply.
message-
You're
even on
trying
the
to
first
heavily
message,
assert.
ignore the
You're
second,
trying to heavily
ignore the later
assert that I
one, ignore the
accused this
later
guy
one,
of
ignore
doxing
the
when I
later one.
didn't.
Oh my God, Gamma, ignore the latter one, okay? I'm saying even on the first one, yes or no to any reasonable person, the way that you describe it, there's a
I
clear
already answered that. Yes.
implication of doxing.
Yes, and anybody within the community, that would probably be a clear implication, right? That would probably be
Okay.
like,
And
yeah,
your clarification
but I'm
later
telling
on
you,
didn't
but
do
I'm telling
anything
you,
to be
if
able
I'm
to
talking
persuade
to you,
that, right?
yes, but if I'm talking to you, right, my
So you
understanding
agree.
would be
Okay,
that you would
cool.
like that you
So
would
you
ask
gave me the
questions.
implication of doxing, a strong implication of doxing.
Sure, if that's how you took it and that's what you ran with, that is on you, right? But I figured that you would be more
What?
perceptive than that.
So you're saying any reasonable person would view it as that and read it as that and only that. But you expect me to be able to be more perceptive and realize that you're like massively overblowing the fact that these are public people who are public about their name and it's references to people who are already public about their information.
I'm telling, yeah, well, sure, but at the same time, I'm telling you,
Oh
it
my
isn't that
God.
bad, and I'm personally more concerned about the accounts, right? I'm telling you, it isn't that bad. None of this like city information, I don't think is that bad, right? The location info
Yes,
and direct addresses.
I've already agreed. Okay, I've already agreed.
Yes.
The location information isn't that bad. Okay, but what can be contained within an Instagram screenshot, Gamma? For example, with the turkey Tom with Rowan, what was contained within her Instagram screenshots? What is contained within people's old Twitter usernames?
It could just
You
contain,
even
like,
say
it could
they
just
can
contain
lead
personal
back to
connections.
personal
Yes, they
accounts.
could lean back. Yes,
Personal accounts because it has their
okay.
personal
Do you
information, maybe.
consider that doxable information, Dickers? Is that doxable information to you?
Somebody's name? I'm saying
All right, exclude the name. Let's ignore the name, but just okay. Yes, let's exclude the name entirely.
That's what I think the doxing information is from what you're saying. What do you mean forget the name? The name is the dox.
No. Because contextually, okay, that is actually just like kind of like an error, right? Because I didn't specify that the name is actually just about some person that she used to date like fucking 3 years ago. But that's besides the point.
There we go. And that's the exact clarification that I think would have helped me come to an accurate assessment of what's going on here. And that's maybe the miscommunication that I'm complaining about.
Okay, but then you're fucking here trying to tie a fucking different conversation 12 hours after the fact about information
God,
that's what you're doing here.
12 hours later.
No, because that is what you're doing here. You're
supposed.
You're telling me
that fucking hard.
that is literally what you did. That is literally what you did like 20 minutes ago. You literally said, then what is this? No, then you tell me like you literally 20 minutes ago, then what's this about? What is this about addresses, PII, and her child? It's me explaining what's being discussed in the fucking texts, not what was published.
Wait, what? Where do you explain that is what you're transferring to?
No, you know what? Actually, you're right. I did not explain that. But I'm telling you, I did not explain that, right? But I'm telling you that the interpretation that I got from your sarcastic message was, I'm sure the information that's in there will be like will blow the case wide open. By the word information, I'm thinking, okay, well, here's what's in it. It's just girl talk. They do talk about some of these things that Slug is censoring, right? Because I say Slug is censoring right now. I think a couple messages before that, right? I'm not saying that that's what was published, right? I'm saying that what was published wasn't that bad. It just contained approximate information, right? That could lead to
for a second. Okay. So Gama, the entire conversation we're having here is about whether you gave me the clear implication, as any reasonable person would say it, that this was docs information and that you should have clarified.
So nowhere in this conversation,
and then you've agreed that 2 different ways you should have clarified to be able to make the information more clear. That this was not doxing. So we agree.
Okay, wait. But Dickers, you were asserting that Slug doxed this person's kid and their addresses. But that's not a claim that I ever made. That's what you heavily asserted. That's literally the thought process that you had today. That was never a claim that I made.
Yes,
right?
Because as you agreed earlier, Gamma, you did not communicate that you were talking about something different. You come to me talking about the leaks from Slug, and then you transition into talking about the stuff that Slug never even fucking leaked.
Wait.
I transition into it.
Yes, you transition. Yeah, wait. Yes, because the transition is okay. Never mind then. I'm sure the information is crazy. I'm sure it will blow the case wide
in
open.
the Slug leaks, in the information that Slug is leaking.
I'm thinking, yes, but the interpretation that I'm getting there.
For private drama coverage. I'm talking about the stuff that he's put out there behind a paywall, obviously.
Yes, and I'm telling you that the private drama coverage is just contains this stuff. It's not stuff that he actually published.
No.
I'm telling you that that's what the discussion is. Yes, and I'm telling you that that's what these discussions are. If you are interested, I'm not telling you what. And I'm not thinking about what was.
You never communicated that you were switching and talking about the information that Falgi is leaking about the original source before any censorship. In fact, you never given the indication here there has been any censorship before this went live. I thought that he was posting the raw fucking logs from these guys, and somebody had to say, "Slug, hold on, slow your fucking roll, wait on, dude. There's information in here." You never gave me any implication that he'd censored this stuff at all before publishing it.
I thought that was implicit because he said he was censoring it actively, and there's a couple of stuff that fucking because there was stuff look, okay, I'm pretty sure everybody got the memo. Everybody understood that Slug was actively censoring stuff. Everybody that was talking about stuff about this was why would anybody trust Slug with this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
you communicate me actively censoring stuff after telling me there is PII and addresses and Rena's child.
No, I'm telling you he's actively censoring stuff, and then you're telling me I'm sure the information will blow the case wide open. I'm telling you this is what's included, not as what's included as a part of a fucking dox attempt, or rather an ignorant dox.
Who's saying that it's a fucking dox attempt, dude? You're fucking inventing stuff at this point.
No. What the fuck are you not listening to? I'm not suggesting that information as it being I'm clarifying to you. I'm not saying that that's what the doxable information was that was included. I'm thinking that I'll just spoiler what the discussions are, right? I'll spoiler what the fucking plot points are, right? These are the plot points. Okay. It's not actually what was being included in a docs.
Gama, when do you explain to me that you're talking about the original source material and not Slug's censored rendition of it?
I don't.
The communication
I don't.
Exactly.
Yes, I don't. But where here? Yes, but where here did I ever? Yes, no, but wait. Where here did I ever say that that's something that he published, doxing those people like that?
Ever say that is something? What are you even referring to?
I'm telling you, where did I ever say that was the fucking way that he was doxing these people?
Okay. So
when did I ever say? When did I ever say that slugs? Where did I ever specifically say? Where did I specifically say that slug doxed these people?
4 different times, and let me answer it. Okay. Nice. So you tell me there were slug leaks. They're crazy. That's the conversation topic. Then you were talking about it's radioactive. In location information, names, PII, and then you go down to explain. I'll TLDR it.
That was 12 hours after the fact, where you fucking start the conversation.
12 hours fucking thing doesn't make sense.
It does make sense. At that point,
what you're saying here is totally fucking irrelevant.
No.
Read the
12 hours
messages between them.
Yes.
We do not change
12
topic.
Hours.
You understand?
No. 12 hours. I'm no longer on the he fucking docs people.
In fact,
I'm thinking that you're asking me what's in them.
In the last message that you send me before you TLDR it, we're talking about Slug's leaks. The fact that he put them behind a paywall. The topic is consistent the entire time. And then you say, I'll TLDR right now. Oh, cool. Gama's TLDR in it, so I don't have to pay for private drama coverage. Nice. When do you ever transition and say that you're actually talking about the secret stuff that fucking Slug never actually published? The entire time we're having the conversation, we're talking about the stuff that Slug put online. The way that you've communicated this to me is acting as though there was no censorship at all, because that's an integral fucking point to all of this, okay? You're just saying that Slug has leaked stuff, and then telling me all the stuff that was originally in there before Slug did any redaction, before he put it on his Substack.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. All of the fucking, PII, if you were following this since the Twitter stuff, was already redacted. Right? The stuff that wasn't redacted was just a fucking general info about other fucking names and other usernames.
My DMs to tell me about this stuff.
Don't you fucking roll with these people? Were you not fucking perceptive of what these people were doing? Everybody knew that Slug had already been censoring most of this stuff, and that none of that was already none of that was included.
I didn't know until you let me know that Slug had any information.
When we were looking at this stuff, we saw the censor that Slug made because he fucking added like a very specific censor that is like just.
Who the fuck is we?
Dude, we were all in a like at least fucking six or 8 of us were in a fucking VC looking at this stuff actively.
At least 6 or 8 Discord shitters. How the fuck was it supposed to get back to me, Gama? You understand, like, this is something that even gorillas have, right? They understand that other people don't have all the information that they have within their mind.
Yes, I know you're not omniscient. Yes, I know I know you're not omniscient. I am aware that you're not omniscient, right? But nowhere in these fucking messages that I tell you, oh, Slog just doxed some motherfucker. I'm telling you, he's censoring shit actively. But even the stuff that was posted, if you see them right now,
Gama, you already accepted earlier. The only implication that a reasonable person can take from these messages is that it's dox information that he's just blasted out there on Substack.
Dox information that he just blasted out there on Substack.
Not that it's malicious. Not that it's malicious. That he's done it accidentally.
Dickers, would you consider random people's usernames to be doxable information if it could lead back to like personal relationships?
Which is why I wish that you fucking clarified that that's what you were talking about instead of telling me.
That's the thing. But that's the thing is that I never. Yes. I also wouldn't have called it doxable, right? I get that that's an impression that would make, but it's also not something that I think a reasonable fucking person would touch.
Show me your DMs with Slug. Did you mention anywhere in there this was doxable information?
Did I mention anywhere in here that this was doxable information?
That's what Slug said earlier. You said you would never call that information doxable information. Did you say that in DMs to Slug? Because earlier he said explicitly
we called.
Was talking about doxable information.
Yes, we didn't DM, we called.
Okay, and in that conversation, did you use the word dox or doxable?
Within that conversation, I can't remember, but
I will see it.
I will see it. I was about to say, I will see it. I don't know if I did or didn't, but I more than likely did. I don't remember the conversation.
Okay, so when you say I would never use the word doxable to refer to this kind of information, you would, because you did.
You would because I did. I mean, you don't know if I did. I don't even remember if I did. It's a possibility that I might. It's a possibility that I might have mentioned it. I might have said it's a possibility. It is a possibility.
Crazy.
No, the reason why I'm saying that. The reason why I'm saying that. Hold on. The reason why I'm saying that.
Slug. Hold on. Even Slug earlier, who actually knows. Listen. And was under the
fucking God.
You were talking about doxable information. So clearly, at this point,
because
not meant to communicate that this is doxable information to me or Slug, you failed twice. And now
because the conversation that we had actually wrong. Actually, this one I'm willing. No. This one you're just wrong on. This one you're just fucking wrong on. This one you're just wrong on.
And I'm supposed to believe
this one you're just wrong on. This one you're just wrong on. This one you are just wrong on. This one you're just wrong on. Right? If you would let me fucking speak instead of doing this fucking grandstanding about your ACC fucking cucklords that are fucking you up the ass, then I would fucking clearly state to you. I would clearly state to you easily. No, I would clearly state to you easily. No, listen, shut the fuck up. Listen, shut the fuck up. Right? What I told Slug is that this could potentially trace back and might be doxable. I never stated that he specifically doxed somebody or that this was doxable in the sense that he might have fucked these people over. I said I would be concerned about that. It's nothing too bad. I had a conversation where I'm like, it's nothing too bad, but I personally would not include it. And you can ask him yourself because that's also something that he said. He literally came in here and he said, I had a conversation with him. He said it wasn't too bad, just extra stuff that he wanted censored. Do you recall that part of what he said?
When you speak, you don't think before what the words actually mean that are coming out of your mouth. So when you said earlier, I would never use the word doxable to refer to this, you yourself just accepted.
I might have. I'm telling you I might have used the word. I never. Yes, I probably did. But in what context?
So,
in what context? I don't remember.
Slow down. Because this is what I'm saying, all right? You will say words sometimes in a really blasé way and then get really fucking annoyed when you are poisoning the entire conversation. And so, for example, you said earlier, I would never use the word doxable to refer to this. Now you accept, actually, on reflection, you probably already did. right?
Not to you.
have just
When
been
you
communicating
specify the
in this way,
conversation,
in a
not to
really
you. Not to
retarded
you.
fashion.
Not to you. When I had this conversation with Slug, the only reason why I'm telling you that I might have used the word is for transparency, because I might have used the word, but I never stated that he specifically made such a fucking large, accident where he fucking doxed these people outright, because that didn't happen. I'm simply telling him it's not that bad. I even explained to him, no, it's not that bad, right? Because I sent him a screenshot of me telling him, no, it's not
Gama,
that fucking
this
bad.
is not even a claim that I'm making.
What I'm saying is that I didn't even give him I don't think I give him that perception that he fucking doxed somebody. I simply gave him the perception that it's extra stuff that I personally wouldn't include.
Okay. The contention that we have is that you said you would never refer to the stuff as doxable. And now you accept
but how is that relevant? Yes, I probably did use that word.
You're the one who complains about interruptions?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So you would now accept, despite saying you would never use the word doxable to refer to this stuff, you did probably actually use that word to be able to refer to it, okay? So you would refer to it as doxable.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying.
In the conversation that you had with me, in the word that you had with me, okay, it was the clear implication this was dox information. You should have clarified. You've already accepted this like 2 times, right?
Yes, I should have clarified, more than likely.
What is your disagreement with me then?
What is my you're fucking out here trying to make it seem as if I implicated, accused, definitively made the claim that this guy was doxing somebody's child, right? That's the assertion that everybody was getting. That's never an assertion that I made, right? What I'm telling you,
implicated?
Right?
Yes. You've already accepted that, by the way, given the fact that a reasonable person would only see this
contextually.
This way, okay?
Contextually, I told you why I see why you would see that, right? But I never specifically used that language.
No, what you accepted earlier was stronger. You accepted that any reasonable person would only read it the way that I read it. That was the strong implication in that.
Yes, but I don't understand. I don't understand how that fucking point is relevant here. I don't understand how that point is relevant here, because that's not what I'm fucking directly. Because that's not specifically what I'm conceding here. I'm saying that in that argument that you're making, yes, I would concede that that argument would be correct. That yes, if you were to show this to somebody, it would make that fucking that would be the perception. But I'm also acknowledging that within a conversation like this, I would think that you would be more perceptive instead of just fucking thinking that I was accusing this guy of doxing.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
When have I ever been the type of person to just make an accusation against somebody like that?
You're rambling at this point, dude. You're not even talking about.
I'm not rambling.
You're talking.
I'm not
just
rambling.
Fucking talk. You're not. Saying
I'm not though. I'm relating this conversation directly to what you're asking me.
Let's go back to what you just said. Okay. Implicating him in doxing, implying that he's doxing extremely strongly. You yourself accept it's the only interpretation of what you said. Okay.
I said no. I said that I understand the argument and that I would agree that this might be perceived that way, right? But the caveat is that I would expect you to be more perceptive of that.
That is the implication. You accepted earlier that any reasonable person would read it that way, and you've even
yes, I accepted the argument, but I also think that you would be more perceptive than that,
because you gave the false impression that this was dox information that Slug was spreading. Okay.
So Dickers, actually, you know what? Just say it. Do you think? No, just say it. Are you accusing me? Are you accusing me of accusing this guy of being a fucking doxer and doxing this person's child?
Gama.
Are you saying that?
Now?
Are you saying that?
As you're trying to fucking interrupt me right now, you've communicated about this way, and you've communicated about this information and this situation in such a retarded way that the only implication that I can take from what you told me is that he's doxing. Okay? I put the fucking logs in chat. Everybody can fucking read
you are accusing me of accusing him of doxing him, right? So you are accusing me of that.
Gama, I'm being so fucking serious right now. Shut the fuck up and let me fucking
You are accusing me of that.
Okay?
Just say it. I'm not gonna think negatively of you if you just fucking say it. We don't have to do this fucking gay-ass fucking stupid debate perpetuary.
The only thing that I'm worried about right now is being able to finish this next fucking sentence. Please, dear God, let me. The implication you gave to me, as would be any person extremely fucking clearly, is that this is dox information. The way that you communicated this to me is super fucking retarded, okay? I'm not claiming that you have accused Slug of doxing, because obviously that requires intention to be able to direct your words, and I don't think you're capable of intentionally speaking a certain any fucking sentence. Okay? I think you've communicated this accidentally.
Accidentally, cool. I committed this accidentally. Then who made the assertion? Who made the assertion that now got everybody scrambling, thinking that fucking Slug doxed somebody?
Oh my fucking God.
Then who made that assertion?
Based on your retarded implication, I fucking trusted you, as you've hinted at several times during this conversation. Why would you ever trust me? Why would you just run with something I said?
I'm not saying.
Gamma.
I know you trust me. I'm not saying that it's like, why the fuck would I DM you about this, expecting this to be something that you're just gonna fucking talk about publicly. Usually,
this is stuff that's already been publicly discussed.
Yes. But it wasn't. But there was never
leaks publicly.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
so
talking
look,
about leaks publicly.
This is why this
is
relevant.
Publicly in Nuki chat, but then when you talk to me, I'm expected.
Wait. I didn't talk about.
You know how to talk to me off the record, Gamma, and you say this is not to be spoken about publicly. You're talking to me about public fucking information and public fucking leaks.
Okay, so you're trying to make. So now you're trying to make the assertion. So now you're trying to make the assertion just because I talked about it in Nuki chat, that the way that I talked about it in Nuki chat is the exact same way that I talked about it to you in private.
No.
Do you know how I talked about it in Nuki chat? Do you know what I said about it in Nuki chat?
Okay, what information?
Do you know what I said about it in Nuki chat?
Okay, Gamma, hold the fuck on, because you're making a retarded argument right now. I don't know if you're aware. Did you expect me to talk about this in public? Yes or no?
You're trying. No, I wasn't expecting you to talk about it in public.
Wait, why not?
Because I told you to. Because I told you to be hands off with it. I wasn't expecting you to ever say anything about it.
You told me to not look at the leaks.
Yes.
People are coming to me and talking about the fucking leaks and the
Dickers,
fact that
Dickers, wait, hold on. Wait, Dickers, hold on.
Saying, yo, by the way, Dickers, do you not find it crazy that Slug is saying this? Meanwhile, he fucking doxed Rena's child in the fucking leaks. That is what Ali Khan is coming to me and saying. That's somebody that you've spoken to in Nuki chat, presumably. So why
no. Actually,
I'm going to speak about this publicly. Do you think this is a private conversation that we were having?
Wait, no, you're actually just fucking dead wrong about that. You're actually just dead wrong about that because I clarified that. I very much clarified that. Hold on. Hold the fuck on.
What?
I very much clarified that specific point that you're talking about.
So there is public conversation about these logs that were leaked, right?
Yes.
You've come to me with information that I should not read these on stream because they are toxic. Yes?
Hold on. No, because I clarify that specific thing in this screenshot. I clarify that specific concern that you have in this screenshot, right? Because we witnessed that there were sensors as we were going through it in Nuki chat. We witnessed that there were sensors. What were those sensors probably of? Probably things like Rena's child, which is the only reason. Like, we went through this whole dialogue in Nuki chat when we were discussing, like, the stuff that was shown to us. We're wondering what could be behind this safe for Latina eye sensors, and I'm like, it's probably like the more personal stuff, like the what's it called, Rena's child stuff, and it's probably like pictures of Rena to try to avoid them getting hit in the crossfire. And then as we're discussing about this, we're looking over it, and I'm talking about it. I'm saying this isn't in relation to Falgi as we go through like fucking 30 minutes of like trying to connect to this is them to like make sure that this is like not something that's really, really bad. I'm like, okay, that's not Falgi. Cool. That's not his real name.
Hold on. Gamma.
So what I'm telling you is that
are you telling me right now that there are pictures of Rena's daughter in those logs that Falgi posted publicly? Sorry, that Falgi posted publicly.
No, I literally said that was censored. He even said that it was censored.
Okay.
What you
just sent to me. Just pause real quick. I'm reading it back. He is censoring some images, which I assume are just images of the daughter or Rena or something similar. So the images that are getting censored are pictures of Rena's daughter. Yes or no?
But they were already censored, is what I'm telling you. They were already pre-censored. Yes. So I'm saying the stuff that is getting censored already, they're not evident.
Is that there's images of Rena's daughter in the fucking logs that have got blasted out in Substack? Did you know that or not? Why are you making that assumption?
I never made that. Did I know that or not? What did I mean? He fucking confirmed it. It's not in there. It's not on there. People won't see that.
Yes, exactly.
But he confirmed that.
Why would he be doing further censoring of the stuff that's already up? At the time that you're talking about this,
why would he be doing further censoring? He literally told you that. Gamma. He literally explained that to you.
Gamma, I need you to fucking listen right now. Please, dear God, I need you to listen. When you're talking about this is already public up on Substack. Yes? And he's ongoing and doing a process. Let me finish the question. He is doing an ongoing effort of censoring while it's live on Substack. Yes?
While it's live on Substack. No.
Yeah?
He uploaded no. Because what he uploaded were the censored stuff. And it was only like maybe a compilation of like 2 pages or so right? Maybe 3 pages or so. We look into it. There is stuff censored. I go through it all just to make sure that it was completely clear. I noticed that there's some names, some users, some Instagrams. I'm like, you know what? We're not going to fucking touch this. The important stuff, like actual addresses, like her daughter, was never there. We're all aware of this because we fucking saw this stuff and immediately deleted it. We saw this bullshit actively, right? When we're talking about this and discussing it and talking about the censors that are already active there, we are aware that the stuff that is being censored, presumably, is stuff that is like personal to Rena,
I don't know
like
why
her face.
I don't know why you even sent me this the screenshot.
Because I'm telling you, because you asked me earlier. Did you make the assertion? Did you fuck? You asked me something in regards to did you make the assertion that he ousted that? And I'm like, no, I didn't. Not even to fucking Slug, because that never happened. And as I was talking to this with other people actively, we are all seeing that all of that stuff was censored. So people are aware that that stuff was censored prior, and that wasn't the stuff uploaded to Substack, right? What we are complaining about. Why is that relevant? Why is that relevant? You asked me about an implication about her daughter, right? I'm telling you, I never claimed that he doxed his daughter or even alluded to it.
Okay.
When we're talking about the stuff that is already censored
in DMs, but okay.
Okay, not directly. If anything, it was kind of indirectly, but I understand the miscommunication.
It's an extremely strong implication to the point of being like the meaning of the sentence, read by an objective person.
Read by an objective person. Read by an objective person, right? Okay, so again, I'm gonna ask you, where did this come from? Where did this assertion that Slug doxed Rena's daughter and child, right, occurred? Because I never made that claim, and I actually clarified that didn't occur.
Again? No, you did not clarify. You've already accepted this. You transitioned the topic.
Yesterday, it was clarified. Yesterday was clarified to everybody that I spoke to, except you, apparently.
The same fucking roundabout, Gama. I'm genuinely getting sick and tired of it. Okay? So you're initially talking about the thing that Slug put on the fucking internet, publicly, online, then later fucking paywalled it, okay? And then you transition to talking about what was in the original source material that Slug had, but never made it to the fucking Substack.
Yes,
okay?
But never made it to the public.
You never specify that you're transitioning what you're talking about.
I thought that you were just asking about what was fucking contained, not what was actually fucking published. That's what I explained. I never accepted the other part. I know. Here's what I accepted, because you're trying to correlate
Contained in what, Gama? Contained in what? You're talking about what's contained in the publishing.
I explained this like 5 times already. I explained this like 5 times already.
And you've clarified it. What we're talking about is what you were saying on the day.
Where was it stated? Wait, no. Where was it stated? Where was it stated that that's what he published? Where was it stated that that's what he published, actually? Where was it stated that's what he published?
Okay, Gama. Let's just say Aiden posted crazy DMs with Morale the other day.
Yes.
Okay, and then I say it's insane, dude. Morale sent him his dick pic.
I would ask. Yeah, I would ask instead. Yeah, I would ask.
I'm saying it's radioactive. I'm saying that it's radioactive. You shouldn't look at this stuff. He's censoring more, but there's some crazy stuff in there. Morale sent him his dick pic. Are you assuming that Aiden published the dick pic? I'm saying it's radioactive. You shouldn't touch it. He needs to censor it more. And then I'm talking about information that would obviously require censoring.
Yes.
Do you think that I'm talking privately about the fucking source material, or am I talking about what was published, Gama?
In this, I'm talking about the source material. And what was published, I'm specifying earlier.
No. I know that that's your fucking claim. I'm not saying that you're lying. What I'm saying is that you're retardedly switching the topic and then not informing me that you're switching it. And the analogy that I just gave, you obviously accept that you would think that Aiden just posted Morale's dick pic online because everybody.
I would ask a question. I would ask the question if that's the docs. I would ask the question if that's the docs. So what you're literally telling me is that you read all of this as me asserting that this guy fucking doxed this guy's daughter.
How many times do we want to go over it?
No, I'm asking you to just be blunt about it. I'm asking you to be blunt about it because you're trying to correlate these things together.
No.
Okay, no. You're already accepting that the reasonable correlated person. Yes, whatever.
Implication that this was a dox.
Yes, but earlier when you were using that argument. Yes, but earlier when you were using that argument, contextually you were referring to the former and not the latter half of the messages that you sent. right? You said let's
In
not
both,
include the latter
Gamma,
half.
You can see that on both
No,
halves.
the exact words that you used is let's focus on the former, the up picture, the one on the top. We're not even talking about the next one yet. We're not talking about the next one yet. Is what you said.
As if it changes anything.
Because 12 hours later, when
So
you're
I was
asking
trying
me,
to put
I'm
the
sure
fucking
the
horse
information
blinders on
there.
so you can
Yes,
actually understand what I was saying.
because in between those 12 hours later, when you're telling me, I'm sure the information is crazy that'll blow the case wide open. Sadly, refuse to give anybody doing private drama coverage. I'm not thinking, oh, is this guy asking me about what was published in regards to this docs? I'm thinking, what is contained in the source material? That's what I'm thinking when you're saying that.
Why?
And that's what I'm addressing.
Why?
Because in that,
when the entire conversation about slugs fucking posting this online.
Wait. Actually, Dickers, we can make this so much simpler.
You refer to these actually as what slug leaked. I've got no fucking clue that you've got access to the source material here. You never implicate that at all. You're reading slugs leaks, and that's what the information you're telling me is about.
We can make this so much simpler. We can make this so much simpler, right? We can make it so much fucking simpler. I'm coming to you, right, with a preconceived notion that you're probably already aware of the slug stuff that just dropped because it's being posted and sent around, right? So I'm telling you, you know what? If you see this, I would probably be hands off, right? Because it has like location information, names, and personally identifiable information, which is just me being repetitive, right? So I'm telling you, there's Instagram screenshots. At this point, you're thinking, oh fuck, something really messed up must have happened. I'm thinking, okay, you know what? Maybe Dickers will just back off in the meantime. He probably isn't thinking that it's too serious because I'm telling him it's not too serious, right? There's no actual fucking addresses, no actual faces. No.
You didn't say that it's not too serious. Gamma, you're fucking lying right now.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying, and you want to know why I'm not lying? I'm not. Dickers, let me finish my line of thought. Holy shit! No, wait. Actually, unironically, I need you to slow down. No, actually, Dickers, if you don't shut up right now, I'm just gonna fucking not speak to you again, unironically, because I never said
it's not that deep.
I never said it is that deep to me, unironically. I'm not joking with you right now. It is that deep. Because I never stated within that line of dialogue, right, that this is what I'm telling you. I'm saying my perception of it is Dickers is probably thinking this, I'm probably thinking that, right? In this moment, I'm clarifying the line, right? We're going back over it again. You're thinking this is really fucked up. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, he's probably not going to take it that bad, right? I'm not saying that's what was fucking stated within these messages. I'm saying that's my line of thought. This is your line of thought. How am I lying if I'm telling you what my line of thought was?
Okay, because you're trying to pretend as if you were
I'm not trying to pretend.
No,
Dickers, what I'm doing here is that I'm going over...
Gamma. I was quiet then to let you get out of your system, okay? I'm not letting you interrupt me. Okay, just real quick. I
never lied, Dickers. I'm actually telling you what our lines... Okay,
Gamma.
Dickers, I'm going to... No, let me speak. Let me speak. God, Dickers, unironically, let me speak.
Can I just ask people
No, unironically, let me speak.
Out more than fucking 3 words after Gamma monologued for 5
Dickers, what did I lie about? What did I lie about then?
Okay. So
what did I lie about just then?
You were trying to imply as though the way that you communicated this stuff to me is as though it's not that serious.
No.
Holy fuck.
No. No, because Gamma. Dickers, I specifically said verbatim. I specifically said verbatim in this because I'm going over it from a third perspective, from a third person perspective. I'm specifically stating right now, and I said this verbatim. Dickers is probably thinking, this is really bad. This is doxable information. I'm thinking that he's not perceiving it that way, right? I'm not talking about it as what's actually happening within these interactions. I'm saying, so based on your analysis of this and based on the way that you viewed it, you're thinking that the way I'm coming across is that this guy doxed somebody, right? But in my mind, the way that I'm communicating this is that surely the impression will come across that I didn't mean it was that bad. What did I lie about if I'm looking at it from your point of view, which is your interpretation that I'm telling you that this person doxed somebody, and then switching to my point of view where I'm telling you that I would assume that.
Okay.
So where did I lie, Dickers? Where did I lie?
Okay. I will take my foot off the gas about the word lying, okay? If it's going to annoy you this much, okay?
No, Dickers, because I'm not saying that this is what occurred in the conversation, Dickers. I'm telling you how I'm perceiving it in your perspective and how I perceived it in my perspective.
Okay. So you were saying that it's not that bad, and the way that you're talking about it, it's like it's not that bad. when you communicated this to me, even
No,
with
Dickers.
the leaks that slowed.
No, what I'm saying.
What do you
is
mean
that...
no? What do you mean no?
No.
What the
Dickers,
fuck do you mean
Dickers,
no?
What
How
I'm
have I
saying...
said enough for you even to say no?
What I'm
yes,
saying...
actually.
No,
fuck
no, because
you. What the
you're not
fuck are
paying
you
attention.
talking about?
What I'm
Dude,
saying
you could
is...
just be locked in a fucking room and talk for the next 9 hours about this shit to
No,
yourself.
because I very much
cannot be
claimed.
fucking arsed with it.
I very much claimed. Dickers, I literally
Fuck it.
said.
No,
I literally said.
conversation's over.
Dickers, I literally said that this is the way that you're thinking about it, right? I'm acknowledging your perception. I'm acknowledging that you're taking this is very heavy because you're trusting of me, right? And then I'm telling you the way that I'm thinking about it in this moment is surely I must have not implied, and he will understand that when I say it's not that bad, he isn't going to assume that he doxed somebody, right? And that's not me saying that's what's occurring within these interactions. That's not me saying that's how our line of conversation is saying. That's me putting myself in your shoes about how you're looking at this.
More than a fucking sentence, because you said the exact same thing.
Yes, and I still don't understand, and I still don't understand how you're trying to make that out into me implying that you...
Let me finish.
Okay, so what are you saying? So what are you saying in regards to that?
The fact that you have to ask me at this point what I'm saying when I've tried to speak for 3 times now, okay? I do not believe that when you're communicating this to me, that you are thinking it's no big deal and not actually that bad, okay?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking in that moment.
Holy fuck, please, dear God, stop interrupting me. Okay, because the first line that you give has the news slug leaks from Falgi are radioactive. By the way, do not touch. Has a lot of location info, names, PII, etc. Done. When you receive a fucking DM like that, the clear implication is this shit actually is that bad. It's fucking radioactive.
Right. Yes, Dickers. I acknowledge that. I said that that's how you're thinking of it.
So
when you're
why
looking
the
at it.
fuck? This might be another concession that you can give on a fucking miscommunication. If it is not that bad, why the fuck would you say that?
Dickers, holy shit, dude! I'm telling you that I'm acknowledging that's what how you're looking at it here. I am telling you that I'm acknowledging that's how you're looking at it here. I don't understand what you want me to say. When I'm doing the whole thing of I'm thinking, you're thinking, I'm literally telling you, I understand your position.
You're putting it onto me as though it's the way that I'm reading it. It's the way that you've communicated that. Can you just accept that that's the reality?
Wait, but that like, see, this is what you don't. This is what you're not like. This is what you're failing. Like, when I said I'm
that reality.
Dickers, holy shit, dude! If you had just let me spoke, that's literally what the fucking point that I was gonna make was. In that moment.
Yeah, just
right. Okay, in that moment when I was communicating it to you, yes, I made the mistake of thinking that you would be perceptive of it, but that is on me for not giving you like an entire...
not being perceptive. Gamma, do I need to remind you?
But that is on me.
At several points now, any reasonable person would have interpreted it the way that I did, and it's on your miscommunication.
Dickers, I'm telling you that is a mistake that I made, not because it is your fault, but because because I made the mistake of assuming. It was my mistake for assuming, not to imply negatively of you, but to simply say I should not have assumed. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying here? Like I'm telling you, we don't have to go over this diatribe. I'm telling you, I assumed. It was a negative assumption, right? It's not on you. It is my bad for assuming, right? That's not me implicating because I know how it's coming across. It's not me implicating you of making a dumb assumption for bringing you something that you would trust me with. I'm simply saying, I get it. I get how it is. I know what the entire point of it is. We can make it so simple. We can just say, I made a poor assumption, right? I didn't clarify on it.
About what?
That's multiple mistakes.
What's the poor assumption, Gamma?
The poor assumption was thinking that you would be perceptive, not me putting a fucking mark on you. not me putting...
the assumption is that I'm perceptive enough to realize that you're retarded and miscommunicated it.
No. Well, I mean, it's not. Look, it's not me putting a mark.
Saying, yes.
It's not me blaming you. It's not me blaming you. It's me saying that yes, I made that poor. I made a poor decision there. I made a poor mistake there.
Listen, Gamma.
Right?
I will just say to sum up this drama, it's actually my fault. Okay, I'm going to take radical accountability.
No,
and the reason why it's my fault.
I'm trying to make it so easy for you.
I made a wrong assumption. I thought that you could talk about commentary drama, given the fact that you've done it for the last 3 fucking years in a coherent way that actually communicates to somebody else what your intent is to communicate. Because I thought that's what you've been doing for the last 3 years, is doing communication, is making fucking video essays, making yourself clear.
That's actually 1000% true. I understand how I look to you. That's my bad. I made the mistake for not acknowledging that. Yes, that is entirely my bad. Okay? I should be very specific in situations like that. That's all that I'm trying to say to you.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that is all that I'm trying to say to you.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Right? I'm telling you, I'm like at that point when I said I can make it so easy for you, I'm not trying to fucking argue with you. I'm saying like, you know what? I get your point, right? We don't have to go on this back and forth because I'm trying to explain my reasoning, not as a means to like fucking shift blame onto you, but as a means of like, I don't like obviously I don't think that I implied this guy of like fucking doxing anybody, but at the same fucking time, right? It was my bad for not properly communicating that to you, right?
Okay.
Reason being is because I, in my shallow ass mind, not as a mark against you, but me being fucking shallow, right, would have thought that surely this wouldn't like turn into anything else. But of course, I should have that foresight. I should be perceptive of that, right? So it turns like back on me. That's what I'm trying to say, right? I'm simply telling you, yes, we can make this easy. We don't have to fucking turn this into going back and forth. I'm trying to explain a very simple thing to you, right? I don't think that I came across that way. I understand that you saw it that way.
I'm not perceptive, Gama.
I understand that you saw it that way, and yes, I am taking culpability for like communicating it in a poor way.
Okay, I appreciate
But
that.
also, I don't appreciate the fucking impression that comes across as like me saying that this guy doxed this guy's daughter is what I'm simply what I'm trying to communicate.
But you accept that the way that you communicated that is
In that
the
moment.
strong indication that you communicated.
Yes, I accept that. Yes. That is literally all I've been trying to say.
Okay. All right. How many fucking people are into VC right now? Hold on. Jesus Christ, just a robot is here.
Hey,
What the
man,
fuck?
how you doing?
Hey man, chill on him.
What's up, Justin?
No
What's up, JR?
fucking
How you doing?
way.
Is Lyle Convoy going to join as well? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's who you surrounded yourself with. Yeah, you shouldn't be so surprised.
That's true. In my defense,
These are
the
your
way that
people.
Lyle posed it to me is that Lyle was going to come on for an argument with me. And he comes on for fucking jokes.
And toy talk. That was a great call.
Toy talk. Yeah, toy talk.
Yeah.
So,
I thought
Yeah, I
Gama
mean-
was gonna cry.
we give
Emma was definitely gonna cry, dude.
a little
At least once. At least once.
Dude, Emma was taking that
That was-
shit way too serious.
That was crazy. That was crazy, dude. That was too much.
That was fucking awesome, actually.
It was amazing.
To be fair, I got the same thing earlier.
Emma like got submissive. It's awesome.
Whoa,
I wonder what
okay.
Slug's conversation is right now.
Reload, man. Dickers, you gotta mend the bridge with Gamma.
He just told you that he was gonna talk to Rena, but about what?
Oh yeah, so he said he'd probably be back, but it's been a while.
That's a-
What is-
I
Can we serve me, everyone other than Noz right now, please? I need everyone quiet. Alright, Noz. It's time.
Alright. Okay.
Oh my god. Get on marathon. I want to play marathon with you.
Why the fuck did you come to Dickers, BC for this shit?
Fuck you.
You're actually a bagger.
Fuck you. Fuck all of you. I hope all of you die.
Yeah,
I hope
everybody
all
who
of
plays
you die.
You're supposed to play
Grandma's
God of
fucking
War.
child.
Terrible
You were supposed to. You were supposed to play Garden Warfare.
I literally just bought it because I want to play with you. Calm down.
And you end up not playing it, you good for nothing.
Because I
gamer.
want to play marathon, you fucking
I
retard.
hate
Queenman, we have a third if we need one.
Can you like leave?
Can you leave?
Hey, can you be quiet in marathon, VC? Holy
I can-
shit.
I can get
Y'all should go y'all should go kiss some shit
there's
in
an
the marathon.
there's an entire government
Damn.
organization that could get you out of here.
I wish they
could
would.
ta- they could take your ass out and put you into
Los Alamos VC4.
Ain't that what Los Alamos? Shut up. I know. I
thought
liked
that
it better.
VC was just to avoid David.
It was, but I'm just kidding. I don't know. Gamma, do you want to start a podcast?
Do I want to start a podcast? Not really. I started a podcast with Green, but only Green.
Did we bring Aiden?
No.
Because it was his idea. He wants to do it with you.
I thought it was
Said,
your
"Let me
idea,
talk."
actually. I thought you were the one who brought like up the crosscast idea.
No, it
You
was
just
my
weren't saying
idea.
afterwards. Okay,
It was my idea.
yeah, you specifically said let's start a
I gotta-
podcast.
What are we doing?
After-
Gama, are you
after-
playing or are we doing duos or what's happening?
I
we can do
might
we can do trios.
have a third. Wait.
I was already on
Gam,
marathon.
are you okay?
He's replacing Gamma? That's crazy,
Dude,
bro.
he's kicking Gama.
Did Gamma do that bad in the debate that you're replacing
Oh my
him?
god.
Yeah.
No, Suzu third.
Yeah,
Is it
but do
John?
you want to play Garden Warfare?
I don't have the game. I'm not gonna buy it.
Why
Unless I can
not?
get it for like $1.
You can get it for $5 on a Steam account from Ukraine, which is what I just did, and it turns out it's not family shareable, so I have to play from that account, and I'm very upset, but it's whatever. I don't really care. I'm trying to see if we play with this Mexican or another Mexican.
Holy mirror, man.
Dude, I'm
Holy
literally
shit.
already on marathon. I've been playing for like
Just let
11
this
hours.
Mexican play. Come on.
All right. Actually, you're not on marathon because you appear offline or whatever you do. I don't know.
I'm already in Queen. I'm already in Queens. I'm already in here.
You mean
I don't know.
mine?
I don't know what you. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're like. What's wrong with
And
your
just
side?
like
But
that, it's over.
we can just join each other.
Okay. Are we going?
Let's go
somewhere else?
outpost. Go outpost.
Wanna go outpost?
Swap PCs. Swap PCs.
Okay.
All right.
Go to somewhere.
Marathon actually ruins like every
I'm just going to my
Dude,
server.
Marathon is killing this
You
fucking
guys are
community,
Marathon,
man.
I'll probably opt out. Right.
It
Chat to
is,
that.
dude.
Fuck.
That's ruined.
Wait,
Yeah, let's
hold
say
on.
yeah.
Gamma's on the verge of
Vickers, did you miss whatever you were looking for? Like, what was it, like 2 hours ago? You said you had to go into
This
the thing.
nigga's
You
still
missed
the
whatever you were doing in like almost 3 hours ago now.
Yeah, it's fucking rough. Okay, I'm not proud of it. Chat to you later, mate. Fine.
Yeah, alright.
What the fuck where are you going at this hour?